So Lou, we're feeling pretty amped about this upcoming WWE pay-per-view.
Really? Why?
Because it's gonna be extreme.
Welcome to TFS Pod, always known as the Few Show Podcast. It is 24/7 Lou, and that's
Ric-Hard saying I couldn't give it the same oomph if I said extreme. Thank you, woman band.
And that's
The one-man band. No problem. That's what rock stars do.
yes. Welcome to TFS Pod, always known as the Few Show Podcast. Number one show in the world, number one show in your heart, number one show around the world, and in your girlfriend's heart, and your pets too. So for this episode, oh wait, hold on. Let me just change something over here. This episode's gonna be extreme because we are gonna be covering WWE Extreme Rules. Alright, my voice is hurting already. But before we start that, one man band, give everyone their favorite line.
Hey, Ric-Hard, get the extreme scoreboard.
All right, everybody. Scoreboard reads. See, I'm already losing my excitement by looking at this. Lou is in first place at 11 points, only double-digit score on the board. You've got the one-man band in second place at 7 points.
I should have had 8.
There. He's been there for a while. Yes.
Should have had 8.
We'll get to that.
Should have had 8.
I'm in third, close behind at 6 points. Really proud of that. Recently broke my losing streak. And then we've got a tie for fourth. Congrats to the randomizer here because it tied with J-Few at 3 points. They're both at 3, so things are getting pretty spicy at the kiddie table.
Yeah.
And then you've got Bogey, Ismael, and Big Al all tied in, well, what is essentially 5th place at 1 point apiece.
All right, so they have
everyone else at 0.
Sounds like Chuck E. Cheese is getting rowdy.
Oh, yes, folks.
Come on. Ismael seemed like a cool guy.
Oh no. I mean, not him included. You know who I threw that towards.
Oh, we know.
Yeah, and that's. I'm wondering at what point do they stop becoming the kiddie table? Like at 5 points, whoever gets out of 5 or 6 gets out of a kiddie table.
You know what? I think 5 points is a good mark. You know.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good shot to aim for.
That's good. All right. So, all right.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So in this episode, we're going to be talking about WWE Extreme Rules 2021, which will be on Sunday, September 26th. And I don't know how many matches in here. Okay, there's only one match in here that actually has Extreme Rules match. So I don't know. You'd think there'd be more, but at least we have a lot of championship matches, which is a good thing.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? I'm pretty sure Liv Morgan versus Carmella, they said it's going to be an Extreme Rules match. She said, I'm challenging you to an Extreme Rules match.
All right, well, on the thing that I have here, I didn't see it unless you have an update on that.
No, I don't. I'm just basing off of what I thought I heard Liv Morgan say, but who knows? Maybe I was distracted by her charming good looks.
Extremely hot.
Extremely hot good looks. Yeah, there you go.
I'll go with that one, but yeah, there's only one match that has Extreme Rules, so. But the other ones are championship matches, so that's a good thing at least. Okay, so let's start off with what's the order for this? What's the order for this episode, Ric-Hard?
All right. Well, you know how it goes. Recent win goes first, so believe it or not, the randomizer is getting first dibs on picks.
Ooh.
So we know it won't copy anybody's picks. Unlike normal, right?
Right.
But it's the randomizer. Lou goes second. Myself, the one-man band, and J-Few at the end.
Alrighty. Okay, so there you go for everyone that's writing at home. I know it's you, Bogey. Write that down. And J-Few, I know you're listening too. Write that down too. Here we go. So let's start with the first match. We're gonna go from the bottom to the top. We're gonna start with Liv Morgan versus Carmella. extremely hot ladies. But I don't know if it's Extreme Rules match. But what did Randomizer have on this one?
Randomizer is going to go with Liv Morgan.
All right, Liv Morgan. All right. So then I go next.
Hold on, Lou. I'd like to ask the dice to explain its rationale.
The dice is sleeping right now?
Ah, boo.
Fine, I'll go wake up the randomizer.
Yeah.
We're roommates, and it's all been talking about winning, and I hate it. It's horrible.
Yeah.
I call it dice, and it gets pissed off at me. All right, here it is.
Well, I don't know. That seems like solid reasoning, but okay, interesting.
I disagree with it, so I go now. My turn to pick. So for this match, Liv Morgan versus Carmella. Liv Morgan, who should have won the Money in the Bank briefcase, until somebody decided to change it last minute, Mr. Vince, right? Mm-hmm. But in this one, okay, so she's in the pay-per-view and probably the pre-show, I'm guessing. Liv Morgan versus Carmella. I don't know what the rivalry here is. Why are we having this match? Unless, just like I said, extreme hot ladies fighting on a pre-show match for the sell. But I'm going to go with a pick. I'm going to say Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan with the win on this one. Even though Carmella is a stronger performer in ring, I think that Liv Morgan is going to get her push that she deserved. Well, that she was getting, and then it was cut off. So I'm going to say Liv Morgan. And Ric-Hard, who do you have?
I'm gonna speculate that this is the beginning, because this match when it got announced really raised my eyebrows, because I was like, whoa, this is coming out of nowhere. Look at the card, 6 matches, 3 of them are women's matches, and unlike the other 2 women's matches on the card, this one doesn't have a title match attached to it. It's just a grudge match.
Mm-hmm.
Which speaks volumes to the fact that the women's tag team titles are not given a match on the card tonight.
Mm.
So that speaks to me and makes me think one of these ladies has some has some interesting plans in development here. So could we be seeing Liv Morgan, who should have been Money in the Bank winner, being slowly but surely positioned to get some momentum going into a certain January pay-per-view? Maybe. But for now, I'm going to agree with the randomizer, because that was some solid reasoning, and say Liv Morgan beats Carmella. Yeah, he knows.
All right, and
Liv Morgan for the win.
And the woman band, who do you have?
All right, so I want to say that I think Carmella is gonna get pushed to the side slowly but surely. And it all started at SummerSlam, with her being the slot in for Bianca Belair.
Oh yeah.
And we all thought, oh, Bianca Belair's gonna squash her, which I would thought would have happened. Obviously Becky Lynch came out and squashed everything. And Carmella got squashed in the process, and I think that's a very telling story as to what is happening to her in these next few months. So, and I think they're gonna try to redeem what they messed up with Liv Morgan. I think to a degree they're kind of kicking themselves for having done the Nikki Ash storyline. So I think that they begin the redemption tour with this one, and Liv Morgan is going to take the victory.
All right, Liv Morgan. And what does JFU have?
JFU is going to round out the consensus for this first match, because he's going Liv Morgan also.
All right, Liv Morgan all the way.
It looks like all 5 of us are going to live to get a point.
Nah.
All right. Next matchup we have.
All right, folks.
Next matchup we have is the Usos, Jay and Jimmy Uso, the champions, versus the Street Profits, Angelo, Dawkins, and Montez Ford for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship. All right, and this one I go first. Part of the Bloodline Part of the legacy of the Bloodline is on the line in this matchup. And I think that after they've gotten behind Roman Reigns, after one of the Usos, I forget who they are, the one that came back, joined and got in line. Oh, who was it, Jay?
Jimmy.
Oh, it was Jimmy that got back. Okay. After he came back and got in line with the Usos, they've been very hot. I like what they did on Raw. So I think the momentum continues for the Usos, and I say Usos take the win on this one. And Ric-Hard, who do you have?
I'm not going to get too flashy with this. I think Team DUI is going to get a win.
Oh, God.
Usos retain. That's my pick.
All right, Usos retain. And the one-man band.
All right, so I think with everything that you guys just said with the whole Team DUI and Usos and all that, Uso Penitentiary, it's kind of funny we're talking about DUI, Uso Penitentiary, it's terrible. Street Profits, I know they've been tag champs already before. They were kind of underwhelming as tag champs. I don't think that they continue as that. In this case, I'm going to say Street Profits, you're being booked into the Uso Penitentiary, and not for DWI, but just because you're not being loved as a tag team right now. So, Usos booked into the penitentiary, they're going to win.
All right. And the randomizer. What does randomizer have?
I say JFU, then the randomizer.
All right, JFU then?
JFU is going to agree with us and say the Usos win. The randomizer is going to go with Street Profits.
Had to be one. All right, so there you go.
Street Profits are up.
All right, and now for our next matchup, we're going to have Roman Reigns, the head of the table, with Paul Heyman ringside, versus the Demon, Finn Balor, in an Extreme Rules match for the WWE Universal Championship. Ric-Hard, you go first. Who do you have on this one?
Oh, I don't want to be going first. All right. So let me give you some backstory here. Shout out to my buddy Jeff.
The Jeff Show.
Yeah. I'm gonna get those $5. Don't worry, one way or another. But so here we go. So when I first heard this match was announced, me and him were chatting about it, and I said, the Demon's undefeated in singles competition. Why would they want to break that? And I thought to myself, well, you know what they could do? They could just have it where Roman Reigns gets himself disqualified. And my buddy Jeff looked at me point blank and he said, but it's an Extreme Rules match. And I just hit myself on the head like, oh, they booked themselves into a corner. Right? So that goes through my head. And I've been thinking about it a lot because I said, oh, if that's the case, it's obvious. Reigns retains, right? But then I thought about it. How many times have we seen Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the championship?
Well, too many to count for.
Every time they fought, it's been for the championship, actually. Ironically enough. Maybe not the same one. There have been a couple where it's Universal and a couple where it's WWE. But every time, it's been for the championship. What about if the next one's just a grudge match? So I thought about it, and I said, well, how could you go about this? Because what's the point of building up the Demon this entire time? And then, Reigns beats him, no problem, it's over. What we'll probably see is, because you've had Lesnar lingering on in the background this entire time, along with the fact, and I talked about this prior to the show, that title changes create buzz. And right now, we had a week where AEW just did Grand Slam, 2 nights, to really, draw buzz in the wrestling landscape to their promotion. WWE might want to shock people. So, what would be interesting to see? You got the Demon, Finn Balor, getting beaten up at some point after he's about to get the win. on Reigns, or he's got the advantage.
Man,
Usos come out. They super kick party. They keep kicking the Demon in the face. It's 3-on-1. Out of nowhere, Lesnar's music hits. He comes out. He beats up the Usos. And then he F5s Reigns. Finn Balor's rolled to the outside by this point, right? So Finn Balor's rolled to the outside. Lesnar's like still in the ring. He doesn't know what he's gonna do. Heyman's shouting, screaming his lungs off. Brock! Brock! What are you doing? He's like, what are you doing? Lesnar's like just smiling. Everybody's chanting for it. And you think Lesnar's gonna leave the ring, but he doesn't. He picks up Reigns again and he F5s him again. And everybody's like, yeah, the crowd is going nuts. Lesnar thinks about walking away, and then just to make Reigns look really good, protect him, give him a third F5. The crowd will love it. And then he decides, all right, I've done enough damage. I'm leaving. Lesnar walks to the back, and you just see the camera needs to be panned properly here. You have Reigns in the ground, grasping at himself like, oh. And then out in the background, you just need to see slowly but surely Demon Finn Balor rise from the apron on the outside with the most intense look on his face. And he's got to look at that top turnbuckle. He's going to climb it. Coup de grace. 1, 2, 3. New champion Finn Balor, and you set up the perfect grudge match for Roman Reigns versus Lesnar.
Ooh, good one. I like that. That sounded really good.
Yeah, it does sound really good.
Except for that ending.
Except for that ending. Yeah, I know.
No, okay.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And I'm tempted to do it, but I'm going to go with the safe pick, Roman Reigns.
What? Wait a minute.
I'm tempted, but dude, the points are on the line here. Unfortunately, this is WWE. I don't think they're gonna do something that crazy.
You mean?
Yeah,
that was a big swerve.
I thought about this and I said, if I was booking it and I wanted to compete with AEW and ratings wise, this is how I would do it. Yeah. It's a shame. We're recording before SmackDown because I would have wanted to see how they played off SmackDown. But I'm going to go with Reigns. I'm going to go with Reigns as a safe pick just because, I don't know. But I don't see where you go with Reigns from here. Lesnar versus Reigns is obvious, but it's for the title. And then where do you go after that?
Oh, don't forget the draft. Anyway.
Yeah, you got the draft.
Wait. Yeah. Let me give the one-man band a shot. Who do you have, one-man band?
All right, so, it's interesting also because I was thinking about a few of these things, and it's like Ric-Hard said, where do you go from here with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, where you've seen this umpteen amount of times for the title, dating back to WrestleMania 31, if I remember correctly.
2015.
Yeah, 2015. So you've got, this has gone on for far too long, and then you've got the Demon, who, if you guys recall, I'm actually surprised Ric-Hard did not mention this. The Demon won the title 5 years ago at SummerSlam. And I wonder if they're going to pull the trigger and right the wrong that happened with him where he separated his shoulder against Seth Rollins and have him be a champ again. My gut instinct... No, I don't think so.
No.
Here's what I think might happen, though. Here's what I think is going to happen. Well, Ric-Hard alluded to it, Brock Lesnar. I think so. I think what's going to happen is, I think right when Roman Reigns is about to put him away and do his ordeal, I think Brock is going to come out. And I think Brock is gonna just destroy it. Is it a no DQ match or is it just a regular
Extreme Rules?
That's Extreme Rules.
Also, there's no disqualification then.
No,
oh yeah, 100%. I'm fully expecting somebody to come out and interfere.
Right.
CM Punk. Oh,
sorry. Wrong show. So with this said, I know that SummerSlam 2016 and then Extreme Rules now, it's been a little over 5 years. I don't. My goodness, man. I just know WWE too well. I know them too well, like Ric-Hard said. I'm gonna say there's gonna be some shenanigans. Brock Lesnar's gonna come out. He's absolutely gonna do something. He's gonna affect the match in one way, but one way or another, Roman Reigns is gonna retain. He's gonna retain. It's gonna be close. I have a feeling it's gonna be very, very close, and you're gonna see a bunch of false finishes. But Roman Reigns eventually will be the victor, and we'll see what happens from there.
All right, so Roman Reigns. All right, and you said we go with Jay Few, right? Right after One Man Band?
Yep, we go with Jay Few. Jay Few says Roman Reigns. The randomizer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he went with Roman Reigns. So we got 3 picks for Reigns already. Randomizer likes my idea, and oh boy, if they get this point, if WWE does anything close to what I suggested, I will not get a point, but I will be happy. Because gosh, will that be a moment?
It will be.
All right, and what does the randomizer have?
Randomizer has the Demon, Finn Balor.
Ooh.
Champ.
Wow.
Old. Get your ink out, Lou.
Let me get that paintbrush ready to go here.
Now the question is, Lou, will you be going bold? Because we've yet to hear your pick.
All right. I think in this one we find out who on what side is Paul Heyman. I think Paul Heyman will do something in there, and I think that I like the scenario where you guys said that Lesnar would come out. I could buy into that. But I think that the Demon, I don't know, whenever I see that whole persona that Finn Balor does, I enjoy it. I have fun watching that. So whenever he does his entrance and the paint job and the fighting he does, so that's why, because of that style of what he does, and I enjoyed watching that. I think that Finn Balor will go for that pin. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns wins. Got you again with that. Got you again.
Oh my God, that doesn't even make sense. You said Finn Balor goes for the pin. All right, I knew you were going to go on Reigns, Lou, but jeez.
Who knows? I mean, if this is the last match, something like what you said could happen. And you know what? And here's another thing, too. Let's say in what you said in your scenario, I already made my pick. If Finn Balor wins, what do you do with Roman Reigns? In the draft, he goes to Raw. And he fights Big E or whatever. Set up a fight over there with that. And also the Bloodline. Who knows? Maybe the Usos lose and they go to Raw with their championship.
We've already seen that.
I know.
I don't want to see tag titles swap hands again.
But they repeat.
So add Reigns needlessly.
But all right, so we go now we go on to the next matchup. It's going to be Charlotte Flair, the champion, women's champion, versus Alexa Bliss, following on the gimmick of somebody who's not in the company anymore. And a singles match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. And in this one, the one-man band goes first. Who do you have?
Listen, Charlotte factor. I mean, what more can I say? Yeah, Alexa Bliss, is still a great performer, but she's slowly pulling away from the he who shall not be named persona. Now that he's gone, she's pulling away from I think she doesn't have the supernatural abilities anymore. And like I said, the Charlotte factor. I mean, come on, it's Charlotte. Even though her dad has been in some controversy as of late, I think for that very reason, I think is why WWE is gonna want to have her still hold the belt. kind of to wash the name away, like kind of wash it clean as far as, ride the publicity train on that, but at the same time show like, hey, look, all the Flairs are not bad. Check it out. And you got Charlotte being the victor. I mean, she just won the belt. I mean, I really don't see her losing the title anytime soon.
All right, there we go, Charlotte Flair. And Jay Few. What does Jay Few have?
Jay Few picks Alexa Bliss.
Well, heel. All right, and yeah, and the randomizer.
Randomizer goes with Charlotte Flair. So we got a 1-to-1 split on the kitty table.
Oh wow. Well, I don't know about a kitty table. Randomizer won the last one, so anyway, my turn to pick on this one. This would have been nice a few months ago, but too late. Trying to pull up this thing with Alexa Bliss, and I don't know. It's like they've shown so much of Alexa Bliss with this new character. It just changed the way of her style, of the way she does things, and I don't like it. Let's go back to being regular Alexa Bliss. This whole mimic thing of the guy who used to work there before. I don't know. I don't like it. So I'm gonna stick with Charlotte Flair. Too early to lose a championship again, and she needs more rematches with Rhea Ripley. But yeah. So I'm gonna stay with this one, Charlotte Flair, for this one. Who do you have, Ric-Hard?
I'm gonna call an audible on my pick. This could cost me a point. But I'm gonna say it. Alexa Bliss's match record with Charlotte Flair is, if I'm not mistaken, she's never gotten a singles win over Charlotte Flair, one-on-one. Remember, Alexa Bliss was not in the Four Horsewomen group. Mm-hmm. She came up from NXT around the same time, give or take a couple months, and had to strike out on her own. And boy, did she. I liked Alexa Bliss's work. She was the first ever Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion to have held both of them before any of the other ones. And it was impressive, but she's never gotten that win over Charlotte Flair. And Charlotte Flair is no stranger to losing titles soon after winning them. And you all know what my thoughts were on this. It should have been Nikki ASH versus Alexa Bliss in a former best friends match, which would have led to Alexa Bliss winning the title.
Ooh.
But they didn't go with that.
Yeah.
So Charlotte Flair's placeholder, I say, give it to Alexa Bliss. Why not? Go with something nuts. Let's do something nuts. Let's get extreme. Or who knows? Charlotte gets DQ'd, something. I say Alexa Bliss gets the win. Maybe she doesn't win the title. I say Alexa Bliss wins this match.
Ooh. Hold on.
That's my pick. What the heck am I hearing?
Oh, I'm spraying it on.
Is that a
spraying it on? Jeez.
That's a spray can. A lot of ink for this one.
How big is your notebook, Lou?
I don't know, but there's an A-B. I can't read the rest of this notes I have on here now.
Oh, man.
But I had to bring out the spray can. A lot of ink on that one.
Oh, I know. I'm already wondering about that decision, but at least it makes it interesting for me.
Don't worry, I have more ink.
Rules, when I watch Extreme Rules, I'm gonna be biting my nails on that one.
It'd be Extreme Rules on your nails. Here we go. So the next matchup we're going to have is going to be Damian Priest, the champion, the United States champion, versus Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus in a triple threat match for the WWE United States Championship. The randomizer goes first on this one, and what does the randomizer have?
Randomizer is going to say Damian Priest retains.
Interesting.
I mean, I can't argue with that.
All right, my turn to go then. And I did like some of the points that the randomizer made there, especially when it went. But in reality, I think that Damian Priest is a hot commodity right now. Very, very, very hot. And I would be really upset if they were to swerve me on this one and give it to Jeff Hardy or Sheamus. They're good foils, but yeah, you got to go with that hot name of Damian Priest and what he's doing. So keep marking in there for me. Damian Priest. Ric-Hard, who do you have?
All right, I'm gonna preface this by talking about their match from Raw. Damian Priest versus Jeff Hardy with a live crowd. Priest was not getting cheered. He was actually getting some boos. And people wanted to see Jeff win. They went with a finish where Sheamus got involved and ended the match prematurely before the winner could be determined. And naturally, Sheamus attacked Priest and then Jeff Hardy so that it could be like, oh, we're booing Sheamus. And we're booing him because he attacked the Priest. But really, it's because he was attacking Jeff Hardy. But I feel like Priest won't be the favorite going into this.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Not by the live crowd, anyways. Jeff still got a fan base out there.
Mm-hmm.
And the triple threat format doesn't help Priest in this, but I'm going to go with Priest retaining just because he's so recently having acquired the title from Sheamus. So why take it off him so early? Damian Priest is my pick.
All right. And the one-man band, who do you have?
All right, so this is usually my specialty, the triple threat. So
yeah, remember we called it.
Yeah, so I mean, the last time that Jeff Hardy was involved in a triple threat match of a pay-per-view caliber involved Ginger Castro and
the handcuffs fiasco.
And the handcuff fiasco, exactly. It was Sami Zayn, Jeff Hardy, and AJ Styles, right?
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken. And Ginger Castro won over on that one. And so Jeff was not the winner in this one. So going by triple threat standards, it's like Jeff is due for a win. But so we're going by the other two, let's say Damian Priest and Sheamus. Obviously, Damian Priest beat Sheamus to win the title at SummerSlam, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So at SummerSlam, pulled the face mask off, beat him down, won the title. It does not make sense for Sheamus to get it right back from him. So I think we can eliminate Sheamus. So that leaves Damian Priest and Jeff Hardy. Like Ric-Hard just alluded to, Jeff Hardy still has a fan base, and he's beloved. He's beloved in WWE. Damian Priest won the title at SummerSlam and is basically getting rewarded for all the work he did at Bunny at WrestleMania. And I think it would be very early, like Ric-Hard said, to take the title off of Damian Priest. I think what's going to happen is this might build into a program where it's probably going to bounce off between Sheamus, Jeff Hardy. Yeah, even though it's a triple threat match, I think what will happen is Jeff is probably going to get some. He's obviously going to get some cheers, and he's probably going to be the favored to win it. But I still think Damian Priest is going to take it, and I think it'll be an extended program to where eventually Jeff gets the title. The car agrees.
Somebody's revving up for that Jeff Hardy title reign.
Yeah. Somebody say they got excited. I do think Jeff becomes U.S. champ once again at one point, but it's not going to be now. It's not going to be now. So no flag belt for Jeff Hardy. Damian Priest continues on.
Oh, you're swerving us there. You set me up there, man. I was like, where did I get the can out?
Yeah. I'm sorry about that.
All right, and what does JFU have?
JFU is going to say Damian Priest. We have a consensus.
Yes. All righty. Nobody went bold on that one. Okay, good. Next matchup, Becky Lynch, the champion, versus Bianca Belair in a singles match for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. In this one, I go first, and it's the man versus the EST in a women's match. I think we mentioned at one point was that there's 3 women's matches in this Extreme Rules, which is very impressive. Very impressive that we have 3 matches, 2 championships.
No, it's impressive that it's 3 matches out of 6. That's half the card.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I guess that's for skipping Evolution, right? With the women's Evolution.
Yeah, what a shame. That's unfortunate, I think.
So, yeah, in this one, the ESC is trying to sell it that trying to get her title back. Becky Lynch is trying to sell that she's a heel, but everyone loves her, that she's back. And I don't buy it, and I still think they want to keep the championship on Becky Lynch, so I still think Becky Lynch will win this one. And not as fast as she won it at WrestleMania, was it? But
no, at SummerSlam.
Sorry, SummerSlam.
I don't think you could beat the SummerSlam time.
Oh, yeah.
No.
It won't be as fast, but yeah, I think Becky Lynch wins this one. Ric-Hard, who do you have?
Oh. Okay. I'm torn. I'm torn on this. I feel like it would be. Am I the only one that gets the feeling we might see Sasha Banks pop up?
No, I'm with you.
I don't know why. I feel like she's going to turn up in this match somewhere. Maybe cost Bianca Belair the match out of like spite.
Whoa! Wait a minute! Don't do this because you know they listen to the show, and then this is why we get these rewrites on these shows.
What?
With your ideas, Vince is listening, and then he starts rewriting stuff.
I know. That's why he's my buddy. I'm tossing ideas here. He could choose. Hey, if he wants to give Alexa Bliss the title, that's my boy right there.
You're giving him ideas. You know they don't have this stuff written down. This is why they have those last-minute changes. But go ahead, Ric-Hard.
Hey, all I'm saying is we're all predicting no title changes. I at least said, come on, you got to give us some title change. But whatever, maybe it's a throwaway pay-per-view. Who knows? All I'm going to say is I don't see Becky Lynch losing. Not happening. No way. Becky Lynch beats Bianca Belair, and if they really are going to try to go for her being a heel, have Sasha Banks help Bianca Belair win. Now, and this is the one thing I'm going to say. There's 2 ways you can book this. You can also have Bianca Belair turn heel out of frustration. You can have her lose the match, be a close, victory roll-up, just something like that. Becky Lynch doesn't make her tap out. She looks strong in defeat. Mm-hmm. But Bianca Belair snaps and attacks Becky Lynch and just beats her up. And if that's what we're going to go with, to have Becky Lynch be a face, to solidify the roles, because right now it could go either way.
It would be better the other way. You're right.
It could go either way. I say either way, you have to have Becky Lynch win. Now, how she wins is the way you determine, where this goes and the aftermath of her winning. Mm-hmm. But Becky Lynch, that's my pick.
All right, Becky Lynch. The one-man band, who do you have?
The one thing I'll say is Bianca Belair, EST, estimated time, not today. Ric-Hard made an estimated time, not today. And I feel terrible for Bianca Belair for the way things happened to her. Like she got booked so strong the whole year. WWE 24 documentary, won the Royal Rumble, won at WrestleMania, had a WrestleMania moment, had a strong booking, and then SummerSlam comes around and suddenly they just throw a brick wall right at her face.
Yeah,
just destroyed her. And I think little by little, kind of like what Ric-Hard was talking about, I'm going to piggyback a little bit off of him, that I think it's going to get to a point where Bianca Belair, because she's kind of like talking about, yeah, I lost. It's just, what can I say? She's kind of like taking the high road about it, but you can tell that there's like she has a face kind of like, I'm really upset about it, but I don't want to show it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're gonna play off of that. I think it's gonna get to a point where she's gonna boil over, and she might she might lose, maybe even by disqualification. Who knows? Like maybe she just snaps and doesn't care about winning the title anymore, or like Ric-Hard said, also Sasha Banks comes out, costs her the title. She gets and then Bianca Belair snaps, maybe destroys Sasha Banks and Becky while we're at it, and she becomes kind of have like a double turn of sorts. Have Bianca be the heel and Becky Lynch turns face, because like what you said, Lou, even though Becky Lynch is being listed as a heel, people are still loving her. Like they're like, no, it's Becky, it's the man, she's the man. So they don't wanna boo her. So I think they realized at SummerSlam, like, oh, maybe this wasn't the best way to do it. So I think they're gonna try to rectify it.
Yeah, they better.
And I think a double turn's gonna happen. I think Bianca goes heel, Becky Lynch goes face, and Becky's gonna win. Becky's gonna win because it's Becky Lynch. You're not bringing somebody back from WrestleMania after over a year off from maternity leave and all that, just to have her lose on her first title defense. It's just not gonna happen. I feel terrible for Bianca Belair, because Bianca Belair doesn't seem like she's gonna, at least unless she gets drafted. If she stays on the same brand, she's not gonna smell title gold for a little while.
Mm.
So
she's getting that Rhea Ripley treatment.
Yeah, this is exactly what's happening. She's at least Rhea Ripley has a title. But Bianca Belair, like I said, EST, not today. So I'm gonna say Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is the victor, and she turns face.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna add to that. Bianca Belair's gimmick is primed to be a heel gimmick.
Yeah.
Think about anybody in your life that would go around saying, "I'm the greatest, I'm the bestest,
yeah,
I'm the best, I'm this, I'm the fastest, I'm the strongest, I'm this." Like, that's somebody who's arrogant. Like, that comes across as someone like, yeah, heel.
Yeah, like I have 11 points. I'm leading these guys in the predictions. Like, that's a heel.
Oh my gosh.
I definitely understand what that means.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, so.
All right, what does Jay Few have?
Jay Few says Becky Lynch with the win.
Wow. And the randomizer.
And the randomizer says Becky Lynch with the win. We have a consensus.
There we go. Those are our predictions for WWE Extreme Rules.
Oh gosh, Lou. Whoa. We got too extreme with the stretching. I think I broke a hip.
I pulled the solar plexus.
May the best person win, and not a dice.